Hi, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. Today we're going to be finishing up the bee barn. I got to build the roof today, and I have to do it without the help of my grandkids. So that was a lot of fun working with my grandkids. So we're going to go ahead and get this project done. We're just going to do it in one fell swoop. So this will be video number 3 and hopefully the final video for this series. So let's get busy. Okay, here's one of my junk piles, or salvage piles. I got to select some boards out of here and use what I can to fabricate a roof for the beehive. So I think I'll go ahead and use this piece of plywood that's left over from the old well house. I'll use that as a base, and then I'll go ahead and use. These will make nice furring strips to fasten it to. I could rip this one down and make some furring strips, or lap strips to fasten the roof down. And rafters. What do I use for rafters? See, I'm running really low on material. I have to make do with what I've got, but at least I've got it. Here's another strip. That'll help. This will work. And that was too broken up. That might be good for firewood. You could strip this down and make rafters out of it. It's a really tiny roof, so I don't need to spend a whole lot of energy in it. Let's use this one. We'll clean it up and strip it down and make the roof joists and rafters out of it. And then we need a fascia. Here's an idea. I'll use that one. And what else do I got here? Well, here's another sheet of plywood. I can probably use that. Okay, let's take this over to the table saw and see what I can figure out. Here's another pile. I got metal. This is from the windows out of that tool shed I refabricated, so I don't think that's wide enough to give me what I need. Well, maybe. I got a piece here I can cut down for a ridge pole. That piece and that. Here's a big piece. I can always cut that down and use it if I have to. Okay, I cut these down to 40.5. These will be the end caps. I just gotta find the center point and cut down to where my other pieces go. So I'm going to go and draw these in where they need to go. Okay, find the center. 20.25 is the center. I'm going to right here. Let's see, where's my other piece? Okay, this is 1 3/4 inches up. Find the center. There. We'll cut both these pieces just like that. Okay, I got the front and back piece cut. Now we just need to put the other pieces together and we'll have a roof. Okay, there's the basic framework for the roof. Okay, that center piece is on. Now I just got to measure for how long of a metal to cut. So we're going to go from the center down with about an inch hangover. So 22 inches each. So we're going to go 22 inches. And we'll cut from this end. So we'll measure 22 and 44 and 66. Draw a guideline. Okay, metal cutting is always noisy. Make sure I have safety goggles on. My glasses are natural safety goggles, and I got earplugs. So I will not be able to hear my ducks and geese telling me how to do my job, which they always do. They always have a comment about what I'm doing. Every single video I have. Okay, we'll take a metal blade out. Metal cutting blade. Okay, here we go. One of these panels I have to rip right down the middle. That way I can put one half on each side to make it bigger. Guys, go away. This is going to hurt your ears. Okay, in the words of my granddaughter, ta-da! Alright, I just got to get my roofing screws and we'll fasten that down. I got a whole box of these roofing screws from one of those estate Kleenex. These are expensive. And then here's my bit for driving them in, so I just got to run down to the shed and get the screwdriver. Okay, before I attach the roof panels, I'm going to paint this Pine Meadow Hobby Farm red, and then I'm going to lay these out and spray paint them Hunter Green. That way it's pretty. Now this is the same paint that I used on the roof of the well house. The roof of the barn and the roof of the chicken coop, it was a brush-on paint for metal, and I'm not happy with the way that turned out because it flakes off. I also use this paint on the roof of my tool shed and the trim of the metal pieces of the house, the awning and stuff. I think one can a paint's going to do the job. So the whole bee house, the bee barn, would have cost me only $3 and some change for the can of spray paint. I'd already bought and I'd already purchased the red paint for the well house. So if I divide that in half, it was $10. So about $12 to $13 total for this project. I have enough paint left over here to paint the ridge pole when I put that on. So let's take this down to the bee barn and get the paint out and get this painted. Okay. That's what I want right there. Okay. Now for the My granddaughter is certainly a ham, isn't she? I think she takes after her grandpa in that respect. And her mom. Her mom is just like her. She's her mini mom. Get started. Okay, now I just have to make the ridgeline. This is the ridgeline. It's perfect. Yay. So we'll just paint the ridgeline after we get it screwed down. Ooh, I'm going to run out of paint. That's okay. I have another can. Spit sputter, I'm out of tank. To be used from the farm. I don't care if it's not perfect. It's junk with paint on it. So I'll save this paint for another project. Here we go. Like my new hat? It's more for aesthetics than anything else. I really didn't need the roof, but there it is. I just gotta finish trimming it out when I gotta get some material for it, but there's the bee barn. I'm Jerry Hansen, your host here at Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I want to thank you for joining me on these 3 videos on building the bee barn. Stay tuned, and I'll be getting some bees here pretty soon. Actually, I have that tree up there with a feral colony of bees about 20 feet up. I have to build a ladder up the tree, cut the limbs off, bring the branch down with a beehive in it, and try to get it over to my beehives. And then I can have free bees. I'll see you later. Oh, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment. I look forward to seeing what you guys have to say. Thank you for coming.